Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WR Podcast. I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Pops.
Took you long enough there, old man, but we're back.
With
Hey,
another.
I can't help it. Fucking lagging internet.
Hey, we're back with another exciting installment, baby, of the WR Podcast, episode 33.
33. If you guys want to check out the next episode, it's a good one.
It's a good one.
We're going to be having a special guest on the podcast.
Yes, we are.
And I highly suggest you guys check that one out as well.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be as long as our normal podcasts are, but very insightful. Highly suggest that you guys check it out.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure most people will enjoy if you check it out. Ain't that right, Pops?
Yeah, check it out. It's very useful, very newsworthy.
Absolutely. So check that out. Today on the WR podcast, we're going to be answering your guys' questions. You guys
Rushmore this week.
Yeah,
we're going to be answering y'all's questions.
Because
there's been a lot.
There's been a lot of questions. So we're going to answer your guys' questions as well as, of course, the wrestling news.
The wrestling news, baby. You know. Hey, you see, the Bold Leaders got their news.
Yes.
You know, they're the great news sites of all time.
That's right. Where do they get their sources from? That's what I want to know.
Well, you know where Dan, don't forget the YO gets his at. He gets his at the liquor store. Ain't that right, Dan? Yo!
He gets it at the liquor store.
At Damo, I don't know where the fuck he gets his sources at. Do you get it? But the Bold Leaders Wrestling Podcast, they're a great YouTube channel. Go check them out. They do a great podcast all the time.
Absolutely. We will leave a link to their channel in the description box below. Go over there, hit that link that says their name, the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast. Hit the link, goes over to their channel. Hit the subscribe button. Tell them WR sent you. Good friends of ours.
Oh, yeah.
And glad to have them as friends. We're going to answer. You want to go with the wrestling news?
Great bunch of guys.
Let's go ahead with the wrestling news. Let's get the wrestling news out of the way.
Let's go and get that out of the way there.
There's quite a bit.
Well, we should mention that WrestleMania just passed.
Yes.
Yep.
And we had some stuff happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, let's talk about WrestleMania first before we get into the wrestling news.
Real quick, we'll talk about some big things that happened at WrestleMania. Now, from what I will say this. Granted, I did not watch WrestleMania.
I did.
Tommy did. I had to work Saturday, and Sunday I was off, but I was editing and stuff, so I didn't have a lot of time to watch it. But I did keep up with it.
Well, that ain't good enough.
With clips. Sometimes that ain't good enough to some people. But then again, some people can plagiarize other things and then get away with it, right? But
true.
I kept up with WrestleMania. I watched some of the clips, some of the highlights, and from what I've gathered is night one kind of average.
It was average.
Night two,
way better.
A good show.
Yeah.
Tommy, you watched WrestleMania. What'd you think?
Oh, it was fever, man.
Was it the Undertaker?
Yeah. I enjoyed night two more than night one. Night one was kind of a chore to get through.
Yeah.
Probably the match that kind of
once again my thing rings true when why the hell do they have to have fucking
2 nights?
2 nights.
I'd rather for it to just be one night and move on. But I will say night one had some moments. It had a little bit of WrestleMania moments. You know, Rhea Ripley retained the women's championship over Becky Lynch. I thought that was a pretty decent match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought R-Truth getting his WrestleMania moment was well deserved.
Say
A
so.
lot of people shit on R-Truth. Oh, look at R-Truth. All he is a comedy guy. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know R-Truth's been in the game for a long period of time? And look how great a shape he's still in. He's in better shape than half the fucking AEW roster is.
Rhea Ripley retains her championship over Becky Lynch.
Yep.
A-Town Down Under of Austin Theory and shitty ass Grayson Waller. I'm sorry, he sucks.
Hey, there's one thing I can say about Grayson Waller I enjoy.
Huh.
The old Twitter spat he did for OTK. Now that was enjoyable.
They won the SmackDown, right?
Yeah, they won. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller won the SmackDown tag team titles.
And the Awesome Truth of Miz and R-Truth won the Raw
tag team titles. Yes.
And that was in a 6-pack tag team ladder match.
Yes, it was.
Which I'm glad to see. Like, Miz is kind of weird being babyface. I'm just going to say
he is.
It's a little weird seeing him being
It's weird seeing him
babyface.
babyface, but he's trying. But R-Truth, a lot of people are shitting on him, say, "Oh, he reminds me of AEW." What do you mean he reminds you of AEW? What, comedy?
They're on the rise.
They sure are. Rise to nowhere.
Rey Mysterio and Andrade
Defeated, picked up the win over Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That was an okay match.
Jay beat Jimmy.
Now, that match was so disappointing. You want to tell you what that match reminded me of? Of Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
USO?
Yeah, you tell you what Jey USO and Jimmy USO, that match reminded me of?
What?
An AEW match.
Really?
50 million super kicks all the fucking time, fucking all this. And I was like, fuck this match.
Pop, did you have something to say? Because you said you were going to say something, but I think I blocked you off there. What were you gonna say?
That's all right. It wasn't nothing, really.
No, what were you going to say?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I didn't have you on the screen, so I didn't see you there, that you're going to talk there. But let's see. We got Jane Cargill, Bianca Belair, and hot-ass Naomi.
Man. They picked up the win over Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane by pinfall. And a lot of people were bitching about Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell she be at WrestleMania? She's still green. Well, here's the thing. Look at the motherfucker she's in the ring with, and look at her partners.
Mm-hmm.
And she put on a good showing for her debut, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What a great way to debut. She's wrestling in record crowds and not wrestling in front of 3,000 fucking people. You like that? Well, it's fucking true.
Tommy, go get the
I
people
don't give
upset.
a fuck. It's true.
You're going to get these people dander up.
Facts, bro. Facts.
What were you going to say, Pops?
You guys are going to keep on. Do you get these people, these wrestling fans upward?
That's true. And hey, I thought Jade Cargill put on a good showing. Naomi and Bianca did most of the work, and Jade came in and did her thing.
You know as well as I do that Tony Khan brought these people back to wrestling when they never watched it for years.
And then we had
the
Intercontinental. Oh, go. Are you done, Pop?
Yeah.
Because I can't see you. Okay. Singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We had Sami Zayn defeat the reign of Gunther.
Goodbye.
To be honest, I thought it should have been Chad Gable.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think.
If I knew it was going to be Sami Zayn, the one to dethrone Gunther, I'd rather have Gunther just keep the belt.
Same.
In my opinion, I'm sorry. Like, I have nothing against Sammy.
I just don't think he's as over as like.
No, like in my opinion, I prefer Chad Gable a little bit better because he's a great amateur wrestler. You know, and him and Gunther put on a great match on that episode of Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it should have been Gunther versus Gable, but it didn't happen. So,
Pops, how you feel about Sami Zayn being the Intercontinental Champion?
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Is what it
You
is.
know,
All right. Well,
fans gonna have to understand, you know, that they don't have no control over who does this and who does that, except you know,
But
the other shows.
but there's one thing I did enjoy. Gunther beating the shit out of Sammy.
chop the shit out of
And
him.
then the main event, tag team attraction.
If Rock and Roman win, night 2 will be held under bloodline rules. If Rhodes and Rollins wins, the bloodline will be barred from ringside. The bloodline of The Rock and Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman defeated Cody Rhodes and Seth frickin' Rollins.
People were so mad that The Rock and Roman won. You want me to tell you what I thought? I think it needed to be that way.
Absolutely needed to be that way. Pops, when you think of a heroic baby face, right?
I think it needed to be that way.
Don't you need everything to be against the odds if you want a baby face to get over? Does he need to go against every odds?
Yeah. You got to. Yeah. You know, you got to put that baby face full attention. You know, but people don't understand that. So, you know.
Hey, it should have been that way. Cody fighting underneath, fighting all these obstacles, and it told a great. That's the way storyline. Something else don't do that people don't like supposedly.
Don't like pyro either.
Don't like promos.
Yeah, don't like promos, don't like pyro.
Don't like pyro, don't like fancy dance stages. Well, what do you want to do? Come out to the curtain ECW with flowers and pots? Remember that?
Yeah.
Back in the fucking 94? Is that what you want?
The black curtain was.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well,
Like
they don't like promos. Still yet, they can cut one.
I guess promos and
I said
shit like this is not. It's too advanced for some.
Yeah, but they don't like the promo. Some people don't, but they sure the hell can cut one.
We go into night 2.
Yeah.
When Drew for the World Heavyweight Championship,
We have the chosen one, Drew Who chose you?
yeah, who chose you?
Drew McIntyre picks up the win here over Seth freaking Rollins. I enjoyed this because I was tired of seeing Seth as World Heavyweight Champion anyway.
I'm sorry, but to
Great worker.
To me, Seth Rollins, great worker, great wrestler.
Gimmick sucks.
But he's dirty as dishwater to me.
His gimmicks is awful.
Yeah, it's
like
just...
I love him in the ring. He's great fucking talent. He's great in the ring. And then out of nowhere, Damian Priest, as Drew McIntyre called him on Raw, the bootleg bondage Undertaker.
Yeah.
Came out.
And he cashed in.
David Priest says, "I'm cashing this motherfucker in." Oh, after CM Punk took the advantage there and beat him down.
Tripped him.
Yep, tripped him and fucking shit like this. And so David Priest hits the big choke slam. 1, 2, 3, and your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people saying it should have been Drew. Well, here's the thing I have a feeling about.
I mean, deep down, did I want it to be Drew? Absolutely.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I have a feeling this is how this is going to go. Damian Priest is going to be, as he would like to call, a transitional champion.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that Damian Priest is going to hold on the belt for a little while, right?
Yeah.
And they have that clash at the castle, right? It's going to be in Drew McIntyre's hometown, right?
I say so, yeah.
So I have a feeling that he'll probably win that World Heavyweight title at that clash at the castle.
You think so?
Yeah.
I agree because I think this is just building up for him to beat him right there in his hometown. I mean, it's a classic thing, That's what they do.
So I'm gonna say I'm happy for Damian Priest. Great talent. I enjoyed Damian Priest. I had no problem with Damian Priest winning it.
He had to cash in that Money in the Bank at some point because it'd be non and void by the next Money in the Bank.
And he chose the perfect time. What a perfect time to do it on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Absolutely, make your impact.
Yeah, he made his impact.
Then we have a Philadelphia street fight, and Bubba Ray Dudley was a special guest referee for this match. Wow.
We had the Pride, Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford with B-Fab as they take on the Final Testament with Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razor with Paul Hellering and Scarlett.
I'm going to be honest. I don't give a shit.
I'm going to be honest. You want me to tell you? I had no problem with the street fight match.
Mm-hmm.
The match was okay. It was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a basic normal street fight match. And I enjoyed Bubba Ray Dudley. You know, they're in Philly. They're home of ECW, so that makes a great sense.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I did not like. Snoop Dogg on fucking commentary. He was bloody fucking awful.
Well, in almost everything Snoop Dogg does in wrestling.
Yeah,
Shitty
Splash. Any Shitty People's Elbow. Anything Snoop Dogg associated with, I don't like.
When it comes to wrestling.
When it comes to wrestling, great rapper, a legend in the industry.
Well, Tommy,
but that street fight match, it was okay, except for the exception of that commentary.
We got a singles match between LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Yeah, this was actually a pretty good match between LA Knight and AJ. I enjoyed it.
I heard that AJ has a new song now.
His song sucks.
Does it suck?
It sucks.
Oh, God.
The people who's making the new music here in WWE, get CFO back. Because you fucking suck.
Spend my days working hard.
Because their songs are they're hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad. Well, AJ Styles was fucking bad. I'd rather take I Don't Want None.
You don't want none.
Yeah, you don't want none. I don't want none. No one wants none of this song. Okay.
I did like at the whatever. What was it? One of the WrestleMania activities or whatever they were fighting.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
At one of the
and I remember, and I enjoyed the storyline. The storyline. I forgot. People don't like that. But I enjoyed when LA Knight came to AJ Styles' house and beat him up, and here comes the cops arresting LA Knight. Mm-hmm. That reminded me of a 09 Triple H and Randy Orton thing. Remember when Triple H showed up at his house?
That didn't remind you of As You Dare vibes, as most people say?
Well, I enjoyed it, but I guess storytelling don't sell tickets.
Apparently not.
I guess just matches.
We get a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship when the champion Logan Paul with
Show Speed.
Show Speed? Who the fuck is
that's
that?
That goddamn goof. I think that's that SK dude. That guy. Yeah, it's that dude. You know, his best friend.
Okay, it says that he's an American YouTuber and rapper. I never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. But Tommy, Logan Paul retains that U.S. title.
Unfortunately. You want to tell you one thing I enjoyed? When old snow shooter over here, what the fuck his name was?
Snow shooter.
What the fuck his name is?
Showrunner or something.
Showrunner, Blade Runner, whatever the fuck his goddamn name is. Show Speed. Yeah. Well, you had no speed at WrestleMania, pal. Because let me tell you, Randy Orton goes, this goof is wearing the prime fucking bottles, right?
Yeah.
And Randy Orton goes, let me take his garbage off of him. He grabs him, puts him on the announce table, picks him up. He does the old Rick Steiner, right? Hits the RKO, and I enjoyed that. But I didn't enjoy seeing Logan Paul pick up the scraps, and after Randy Orton did the RKO to Kevin Owens, what does Logan Paul do? Like the chicken shit heel he is, which I understand. Mm-hmm. I'm not a Logan Paul fan. I don't give a fuck about anything about the Paul family, okay? Fuck them, because they're all bitches. So is your brother Jake. Hope he gets knocked out by Mike Tyson, to be honest with you.
I have a feeling Tyson is gonna lay down for a little prick.
He better not.
That's the way I feel.
No. Well, it's like anything else, though. You know, if you're an old timer, you're going to figure it out.
Pop,
yeah,
I
go
know
ahead.
you agree, and Joey, I know you agree. If he was taking on prime Mike Tyson, he wouldn't stand a chance.
No, he wouldn't.
No. Here's the point, anymore. It comes down to money. If you're an old timer and shit like that, right there, we all know.
Well,
We all
keep going.
of course, they're going to lay down because they want the money.
That's my problem with fucking Jake Paul and how I think about his fights are fucking fixed. Because have you noticed he always takes on people that are way older than him?
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking pussy you are. You're a pussy, Jakey. Pussy, bitch. And fuck your fans.
Well, speaking of the fans, let's go back to the next one.
But Logan Paul, chicken shit heel, fucking he hits the big old fucking ball splash, as I'll call it, because he spreads his legs out like he's getting fucked. And fucking he gets the win here by pinning Kevin Owens.
Well, speaking of pussy, let's get to the next match.
Oh, this is worth it.
It is pussy.
That's right.
WWE Women's Championship match with the champion Io Sky puts her championship on the line against Bayley, and Bayley picks up the Duke.
I knew this was going to happen, and I'm glad Bayley won. And I like Bayley. Io Sky was okay.
Yeah.
But I could tell she wasn't going to be women's champion for a long period of time. And to be honest, I'm glad Bayley gets the win. She well deserves it.
Yeah. Pops, what do you think about Bayley getting the win over her former
damage control partner, Io Sky?
Well, congratulations to her.
And we got the main event.
Bloodline Rules, baby. Bloodline Rules match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship as the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes triumphs over and ruins the Reign. Finally, the big dragon Roman Reigns falls down as he defeats Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman via pinfall. I'm going to say this. There was a lot of stuff going on in this match.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of gaga.
I had no problem with it because it was Bloodline Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodline Rules.
Mama Rose.
Mama Rose. I want you to look at your boy. Look at your boy, Mama Rose. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking here comes Jimmy. He interferes, saves Roman. Then here comes Jay to help. Mm-hmm. He takes a big spear and knocks Jimmy through the table there. Then here comes Solo. He hits the big old Samoan spike. Who comes out? Cena. Here he comes. Bald spot shining, but he don't give a fuck. Here he comes out. He puts the FUAA on Solo through the table. And then what do we hear? Here comes the final boss, baby. He goes, what the fuck you doing here, Baldy? Right? And there's a big fucking face-to-face with The Rock and Cena. Cena goes, you can't see me, Dwayne. Tries to punch him, Rock bottom, and then now Cena's out of the way there. Now The Rock is goes, look at your boy, Mama Rose. Look at your boy. Get up, boy. Get up, boy. Then we hear dawn, darkness, and you see The Rock looking. Behind him, Booger Red in a hoodie, baby.
Yeah, Booger Red in the hoodie.
Rock turns around. He's about to hit him with the belt. Undertaker grabs him by the gizzard. And The Rock takes a shitty medium choke slam, as I call it, because it was shitty.
Shitty medium choke slam.
Rock barely got up his feet for that one.
Yeah.
And then Undertaker goes, well, I'm done here. Time to powder. I did my job. And then Cody says, oh, everyone's down. I think it's my opportunity. Yeah. Crossroads 1, Crossroads 2. Let's make it 3. Crossroads 1, 2, 3. And your winner and new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Did you see Samantha crying when she was announcing it?
Yes, and that's the feel I like. Mm-hmm. It shows even Samantha, which is a great ring announcer, by the way.
Hot as fuck, too.
Hot as fuck. And I like how she's a great ring announcer. She does the introductions like it means something. Mm-hmm. And that's something you don't see very much. Upset Wednesdays. Or Thursdays, whatever fucking show that's on. Whatever show Dynamite's on, baby.
Wednesdays.
Fuck. Well, ain't nothing good on Wednesdays.
But WrestleMania
and then my favorite came to a finish. Mama Rose comes in the ring, baby. Cody hands her the belt. I love how all the talent was in there. It reminded me of WrestleMania 10 with Bret Hart.
Yeah. Minus Owen coming out.
The minus someone. I wish there would have been something like that. With I wish I would have seen something like that.
Hey, Gorilla.
Yeah. But I enjoy you see someone. You see Gorilla.
Yeah, get out of here.
But it reminded me of that.
Yeah.
And it was a good feel moment. I enjoyed it.
Well, that Tommy, that leads into Raw.
Which, hey,
Yeah.
and actually, well, remember Raw wasn't that special.
According to some people, Raw wasn't that special. I'll be honest with you, and this is true. Tommy, true. This is the first Raw I've watched in years.
Yes.
In its entirety, and I watched it with Tommy.
Yes.
And I was actually off, so I was actually able to watch it.
And I enjoyed.
I will say this.
There was some stuff I did not like.
Yeah, there's some stuff I did not like.
But there's one thing I liked. I enjoyed. They started out with Cody Rhodes.
Well, Triple H too.
Oh, with Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H saying, hey, it's a new era.
Yeah.
You know, let me introduce you to the guy that's going to bring out this new era, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And here he comes out to just a common man. I would have loved if he came out to that.
Yeah.
But he comes out, cutting this promo, saying everything else,
I made a video package for
made a great video package about it.
with the shitty screen.
Yeah. But, well, they had to get crowd, like someone else on Wednesdays that don't.
Oh, by the way, sellout.
Sellout. We're going to get to that story in a minute. Be honest, we are.
Yeah.
And, boy, it looked like that arena was full to the brim.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to say this.
Rock comes out, interrupts.
Yes.
I will
now,
say
I'm going to say this went a little too long.
This went a little too long. Guys, if you guys didn't like watch that.
It was like watching
It
the
was
fucking
like-
Titanic.
It was like 50 minutes.
It was a little bit too long.
And I'm like, Jesus.
I would
Christ, this
have
is long.
knocked it down to 30.
Yeah, I would have knocked that shit down to 30. Some of that shit, and by the way, and then, you're hearing, the crowd cuss, and you're hearing USA fucking hitting that fucking, that
Like, who
fucking
cares? Come on, man.
button and shit, and The Rock is taking his fucking time.
But I did enjoy some of the
Come on. Just
I did enjoy.
final ball, say something, motherfucker.
But I did enjoy some of the
Yeah.
stuff he said. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Cody, can I hold your belt, brother? Can I hold that Ali belt? And they both hold belts. He goes, this looks a lot more right on me. I was like, is The Rock saying that he wants a shot here?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'll go that way.
One time we found out that The Rock
And
is
my
going to be
other-
leaving.
well, The Rock's got to go now.
Yeah, The Rock's going to go now.
I got to go make Mana too. So I got to get out of here. But just remember, Cody, you tell your old brothers, you tell your old man that Dwayne's coming back. You got it, baby. You got it.
You got it, baby. You got it.
And then he hands him something.
Well, what do you hand him?
I don't know. I don't know.
They
what
never
it was.
really said.
He didn't really said. And then we get to, I thought was a good little match. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus a surprise, in my opinion, the NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov.
That was a good match, man.
And I enjoyed that match. It was short, it was physical, it was hard-hitting match.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it. And also, I enjoyed seeing Jay Cargill in action against Chelsea Green. Put her in her place real quick.
Oh, real quick, yeah.
And then I enjoyed the Drew McIntyre promo.
Absolutely.
Him say, CM Punk has cost me my World Heavyweight Championship. I blame him for this. And all this. I knew he was going to blame him. Which is great. Which is great.
Yeah.
And then after that, I love how he called Damian Priest bondage Undertaker. And then we get into the main event. The Fatal 4-Way. Who faces Damian Priest at Backlash.
Oh, with rather there was India Hartwell versus.
Oh yeah, but no one gives a fuck about that shit.
Who the fuck did she face? Somebody.
Roxanne Perez.
Yes.
Roxanne Perez.
Uh-huh.
Because I like Roxanne.
Yeah.
Perez.
Hey, Bob, you fall asleep there?
Nope. Just listen, you got to talk.
You paying attention here? Wake
Yeah.
up. I know it's past bedtime, Grandpa.
It's fucking 6 o'clock at night. You want to do fall asleep?
But the main event, the Fatal 4-Way, no more.
Don't give a shit about Raw, huh?
Well, he was watching.
I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't watch it. I really didn't.
Pops, you were watching basketball.
Yeah, I was watching basketball, so fuck it. The tournament was more important to me. Fuck it.
So he watched the NCAA March Madness.
Well,
I was watching Raw.
Go ahead and say the main event, Jay.
But the main event was Ricochet versus Jey Uso versus Big Bronson Reed versus Drew McIntyre. And this was a good main event, in my opinion. I loved how Drew McIntyre did the headbutt and Big Bronson Reed was laying on the announce table. Ricochet sees Big Bronson Reed on the announce table. He goes up to the top, does that flip, puts Big Bronson Reed through the announce table. So now there's only two left, and that's Jey Uso, and Drew McIntyre. And they were having a little good match there. He hits the future shock, and he goes, well, it's time to finish old main event Jay off now. He goes to the corner. Give me a countdown, will you? 3, 2, 1. Who comes up under the apron and grabs the leg? CM Punk. And he goes, that's twice, baby. That's twice, baby. And fucking Drew goes, what the fuck you doing in here? And then the Jey Uso hits the super kick on Drew McIntyre while he was distracted with Punk. He goes up to the top rope, hits the big splash. 1, 2, 3. So Jey Uso, the main eventer, is getting a world heavyweight title shot against Damian Priest, probably a backlash.
Are you eating?
People hate Pat McAfee. Me, I love him. He gets into it.
Yeah.
And then what does CM Punk do when he sees? He smiles and goes,
yeah.
He does the old Jey Uso, and that's how Raw went off the air. I thought it was pretty decent.
Pretty good Raw. I'm sorry.
It's hit and miss. You know, you got to take the good with the bad, unlike some people.
Yeah.
Who thinks everything's good on Wednesday show?
Stack card.
Mm-hmm.
But what we got going on, Tommy?
Wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, I just want to get that out. We're a little long on there, but oh
We
well.
got time.
Tommy, we got some wrestling news to talk about. What do we got to talk about, Jay?
Well, let's go ahead and get through something that particularly I don't give a fuck about. You don't give a fuck about. I know Pops don't give a fuck about.
Pops, you may give a fuck about this, possibly.
Yeah, you ready?
No, really, I don't.
You remember? I think this was on Collision.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona, he showed up and took on Edge for that mid-card TNT title, right? Right?
Yeah.
Well, Matt Cardona has not signed with AEW and remains a free agent. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about Matt Cardona.
Fuck Cardona.
I don't care. I never cared about Matt Cardona and never will.
Didn't like him as the Major Brothers.
Didn't like him as the Major Brothers. Did not like him as an edgehead. Did not like him as a hype bro. Did not like him as fucking old radio man. I didn't like him as anything. Didn't give a fuck about Long Island IC, bro. And I don't give a fuck about your Hoskies either. Okay?
That's your favorite video.
Oh, yeah. Great video.
Ho, ho, ho.
Bud Light.
Bud Light Live.
Bud Light and Live. And I'm like,
So,
who gives a fuck?
Matt Cardona, worst NWA World Champion of all time.
Yep.
If you guys don't know, we actually put him on the worst NWA World Champions list. You remember that, Pops, don't you?
Yep.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a good goddamn if he signed or not. Fuck Matt Cardona. Let's go to the next one, Jay.
All right.
What we
No
got?
one gives a fuck about Matt Cardona. Papa, you give a fuck about Cardona?
Hey, let's move on from this trash.
All right. Pop's going to get 2 bucks like the rest of us.
That's-
All right. Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about the American Nightmare.
Real quick. We'll just see.
He signed a new contract with WWE. It extends beyond his 40th birthday. And the plan is still, when it's time to step away, he'll step out without it being a painful process.
So we know that he's going to be at least 40 past his 40 is not too old.
No.
But we do know that at some point he's going to step away. I mean, most wrestlers do.
Absolutely.
So, Pops, what do you think about Cody not stepping away right now and getting his contract extended past 40?
Well, he should, keep on going. I mean, damn, look on the other side of the wrestling fence. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. All right, now let's go in to some CM Punk news. You know, he was on
Fragile Phil.
Yeah, Fragile Phil. He was on the MMA podcast.
One Bill Phil.
He was on the MMA.
Are you talking about Toxic Phil?
Yeah,
Toxic
Phil.
Yeah, Toxic Phil. Yeah.
Wow.
He was on the.
Well, you know, he ain't the only one been called toxic.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
He was on.
You know, he's toxic. You know, we people's been saying we're toxic. I'm glad to be in that fucking category.
Absolutely.
He was on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani.
Yes.
And he said some short words about his former employers.
Yes.
That he used to work for.
Absolutely.
Criticizing AEW. I'm gonna tell you how I feel after I'm done reading these.
Yeah.
From CM Punk. This place, AEW, is a fucking joke and you're a clown. Calling Tony Khan a clown, which he is.
He looks like
one. He does. Well, look at him. Look at him. He looks like Krusty, don't he?
Especially after
that fucking photo with big bug eyes. Look at you. Show him the.
We got to show. We got to
show him the big fucking bug eyes. Don't he look like Krusty the Clown? Don't he? Don't this goof look like Krusty? Give me a fucking break. Yeah.
Hey Tony, you're a clown, man.
And Tony Khan's idea was to separate everybody with the creation of a certain separate show, which was AEW Collision. Also, what he said about MJF. I think MJF is great, and I think where he wasn't great is when he catered to that small niche of internet audiences.
Shock!
Now let's go. Let's go to old Jungle Jack Perry over here, Mr. Hyde. Fuck you. I thought I was doing the responsible thing. I didn't punch anybody. I just choked somebody a little bit. Samoa Joe was there. He told me to stop, and then I quit.
Which is what we've heard.
Yep. And this is what else CM Punk said. I don't like the drama, but the truth is the truth. Tony Khan, is not a boss. He's a nice guy. That's a derailment to the company, but that's not my company.
Yeah. It's pretty upsetting. It's pretty sad.
And then he also said, if you're more than happy with some goof saying you had a 5-star match and the building is a quarter full, then we're not in the same business.
And that's pretty much. And is that all the CM Punk said? I believe it was.
Here's one more thing CM Punk said.
One more thing.
Guaranteed money almost kind of ruined pro wrestling. If you had to get paid off the house, then things would be
drastically different.
Yeah. And then we got people who's going to say something about, you got fucking Mr. Ed over here.
Well, let's talk about this. CM Punk is saying everything that we have said
for 5 straight years.
And I know some people don't want to agree with that, but it's fucking true.
Thank you, CM Punk. Thank you, Phillip Brooks, for saying what needed to be said. We said this for 5 years ago.
That this guy's a clown. That AEW is a joke.
Which it is.
That there's fucking dumb fucks in that company that doesn't really want to learn anything from anybody, don't want to listen to anybody. And the one that really got me was when he was talking about Dave Meltzer, some goof who says 5-star matches in a fucking building that's not even halfway full.
Yes. CM Punk was being generous with a quarter full.
Yeah, fucking CM Punk was fucking being generous with that. Literally, these fucking buildings, he's renting fucking 18 to fucking 20,000 fucking seat arenas, and he's only getting 3,000 fans.
That suits 5,000 people.
But nonetheless, and And he goes, you know what? If that's the way you do business, then we're not in the same business.
And then he talks about Jack Perry being a prick.
Which I kind of fucking knew.
Yeah, which I kind of knew. And CM Punk probably did choke him out, which I don't blame him. I would too.
I mean,
and we're not the only one. Hey, CM Punk's not the only one who had to beat old Jungle Jack Perry over here.
Oh, well, somebody else did?
Oh, yeah. You want me to tell you who else?
Well, Tommy's getting that pops.
Yeah.
What do you think about CM Punk's comments?
I think he's absolutely correct. We've been talking about that there for 5 years, and you know it's Tony Khan does not know how to run a company.
No,
he's another thing is and we all know this right here to be a fact. He's afraid of his own wrestlers, or he wouldn't slap them when they're doing garbage shit. Of course, he's used to garbage, which is what he wants to see.
Yeah.
I think he told the exact truth, and I don't give a fuck who likes it or who don't.
And here's another thing. On Dynamite Wednesday, Tony Khan says he's going to show the footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry. What's this reason, Tony? Is because the people that are on your roster now can't fucking produce fucking ratings? Are you that desperate that you got to fucking...
that desperate.
Are you that so butthurt and so fucking worried? Man, I need to pop a rating, man, because my ratings are in the shitter. So I need to fucking so you're going to use the name of CM Punk to get some viewers. And then when people watch it, people are going to go like this. Okay, I see the CM Punk and Jack Perry. Click, change the channel. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Tony Khan has because apparently it was filmed at All In, that little skirmish between Punk and Jack Perry.
What happens if it's just a ratings ploy and you don't show shit?
He might not. Either way, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Pops, you guys have to say there?
Yeah. Well, don't you guys understand? Ratings don't matter.
According to some people, ratings don't matter.
Yeah.
Well, ratings don't matter. But here's the thing: the people that says ratings don't matter. Here's the thing: you don't know about the TV company. If you do, you wouldn't say that because they spot ratings. If it does not live, if the ratings do not live up to their qualifications that they think it should be, you're off the fucking air. It's happened to a lot of people.
Well, some people said the same person that said ratings don't matter is also the same person that said that I don't need to see pyro and I don't like having promos and interviews in my wrestling, even though that's what wrestling's been about since the dawn of fucking time.
Yeah,
that's what wrestling has been about since it first when it first aired on TV. Is fucking promos and shit like that right there. I swear to God, these fucking people are just fucking stupid shit.
Hey, Pops, I want to know: would you go to a show that has no promos?
No, but I want to know why this guy is fighting this guy.
Why should I care? Why should I care?
I don't know who the fuck they are.
Why should I care that this guy is facing this guy?
Yeah, why the fuck should we care?
Is it because they're just going to have a good match?
Well, that don't mean anything.
5 stars?
Oh, yeah.
That don't mean anything.
Fuck that.
Give me a fucking story. Give me a fucking story behind these two guys. Why should I like either one of these motherfuckers?
You doing just random matches don't mean a damn thing.
I don't give a damn about your fucking 20-minute matches. I don't give a damn. I can get more out of a fucking 8-minute match that has a story behind it than I can a fucking 20-minute match that has zero story behind it.
Yep. But also it looks like someone else has agrees with CM Punk about Jack Perry,
who was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, who was at WrestleMania? Bully Ray.
Now I will say this: I listened to Cornette, right?
Yeah.
And this was maybe a year or so ago. Jack Perry was at some kind of like con or something, and just how he was acting.
He acts like a douche.
He was acting like a douche. And by the way, this is when he was a baby face. The guy was acting like a douche.
And you're supposedly baby face.
Yeah, and then he goes, you know what? You know, I like doing Canadian destroyers, even though people like Billy Gunn don't like it. But
I don't give a fuck what Billy Gunn likes.
but I don't care what Billy Gunn likes.
Or what he says.
Yeah, or you know.
Oh, you don't care about a guy that actually drew money and actually is a veteran and actually done this for a long period of time.
What one of the guys that was in the biggest groups in fucking professional wrestling in the
It
fucking
was one of the hottest tag teams in the Attitude Era.
yeah, but you don't give a shit what he has to say to you. Just like, well, Bully Ray. What does Bully Ray have to say?
Bully Ray about Jack Perry on his podcast, the Busted Open.
The Busted Open podcast, yeah.
This is not a Punk problem. This is a Jack Perry problem. This is a snot-nosed kid problem. This is a punk-ass kid problem. And I believe every single last word that CM Punk is saying about Jack Perry. Because I had my own incident with Jack Perry in England a year ago. And there he wasn't really an incident, because if there was an incident, Jack Perry wouldn't be around anymore. Jack Perry came off to me as a disrespectful young wrestler.
Seriously? Pops, when you are a young wrestler, do you need to be disrespectful to the people that are in your locker room, the people that have hired you, the people that are there to make you a star, or try to at least?
Yeah. You know what? The story about goes back years ago. One of the wrestlers, he's dead now, but he was talking about when he first broke into wrestling. He walked in the locker room and he just sat down. And he was looking at all the wrestlers that he used to watch, and he asked one of them, said, what is the most important thing that I could do to make myself better than what I am? The wrestler looked at him and said, close your mouth, open your eyes, and open your ears.
That is what's going to save you. But, Tommy, there's also some people that actually had some shit to say about what CM Punk said.
Yeah, let's go ahead with one right here. Eddie Kingston had something to say.
Bloated ass, fat ass Eddie Kingston, who lost his Continental Breakfast Championship.
This is what Eddie Kingston had to say about the CM Punk stuff.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, you go ahead. You read this one.
I'll read it too. And this is what he said. This is what he had to say to Adrian Hernandez. He don't work for us. I don't give a fuck, honestly. He don't work for AEW, so I don't care. I'm not even mad. Well, you serious? If it sounds like I'm mad, it's just the way I talk. I don't care. I know other people do, but I really don't give a fuck because he doesn't work for AEW. That's the way I look at it. If he worked for AEW and did that, then I might feel a certain way. But then I would just let it go and go. That's Phil being Phil. Can't control him. That's his thing. He ain't me, and I ain't him. I don't care what it is. Well, fuck you, Eddie Kingston. Like, you might give a shit what you have to say anyway.
And see,
he didn't even say anything in that goddamn article either.
You see, here's the thing. That's my problem.
I don't know who wrote that article, but I'd be damned. I said, hey, I'd be like, motherfucker, you didn't tell me nothing.
Mm-hmm. But a certain Cody Rhodes, I believe, had something to say.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes had something to say.
And what did Cody say?
All right. Cody Rhodes on the CM Punk take on AEW.
And this was on the MMA Hour with Era Hawani.
That's his assessment. But it's not my assessment. It's always important for me to remind people that I am so proud of me, Matt, Nick, and Kenny, and Tony, and Brandy. And Dana, Massey, and Chris Jericho. I've named all these people because I was in those meetings as much as the internet will try to spin it one way. If one of those people were not on those meetings, company AEW would not have happened.
Because a lot of people want to sit there and say that Cody Rhodes was not instrumental in the AEW.
Instrumental in AEW.
Yeah, in the start of AEW. Bullshit.
That shows you. And here's the thing. And people's like, well, why is Cody not saying anything? Well, because CM Punk has his take on the way AEW was. Cody has his own take on.
Well, I will say this. I mean, probably in the beginning, Cody because he was there to start AEW with these
Punk
fucking
wasn't
goofs.
there.
Punk wasn't there then. Probably when it started and Cody was trying to get things going. He tried. That's the way he probably felt at that time. But by the time that things between him and Tony got murky and the other people that were in the company got murky, he went to WWE. And then here comes Punk in a different time. And he probably seen all the bullshit that was going on in the back.
Now let's go with AEW Dynamite last week.
And this was on the last week's Dynamite. And by the way, this is after what CM Punk said on the MMA Hour.
Adam Copeland.
Your favorite, Pops. Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland had some comments. Well, I'm going to get into his comments. All of his comments, what he said.
I want to hear it.
Here's one. I'm going to go through all of them, and then we'll have our feelings on it. There's been a lot of negative BS that has been spewed this week. There has screwed that. I want to talk about the positives. AEW makes pro wrestling more fun, better, and AEW is where the best wrestle. There's a reason Okada came here. There's a reason Mercedes came here. There's a reason Will Ospreay came here. There's a reason I'm here. I came here.
Yeah, I know the fucking reason. I know the fucking reason you're all fucking there.
There's more garbage from Adam's fucking measly fucking Canadian lips.
I know
realize AEW is where I need to end my career. Well, your career will be ended when you show up.
Your career will be ended, but what are you talking about? Your career's already ended when you showed there.
Pops, how do you feel about Edge being so rah-rah AEW?
Well, if you're getting fucking paid, you're going to say anything you want. You know, I know the reason why you're here. I know all the motherfucking reasons why every one of them motherfuckers are. They're getting paid.
What are they there for, Pops?
To get paid.
You know what do you know what AEW is there for, guys? I'm not sure. Some people may not know. You know why they're there?
Show them why they're there.
Adam Copeland, Mercedes Moné,
Okada.
Will
Sucker Man Ospreay.
They're there for the money. The money.
Don't let them fucking fool your stupid fucking asses. Although a lot of them have fooled.
By the way, these are real. These are real. They're not. I just pulled them out of my wallet. They're real.
Let me just do a little thing here. Just a little thing here. Okay. I want to talk to these motherfuckers, people here. Motherfucker, if you was in some kind of business, would you want to go and make money, or would you want to just I had a good time, man. I just want to relax. No, motherfucker, you want to make money.
And see, here's the point. It shows you. It feels like Adam Copeland has gotten dumber.
He's doing what his
boss told him to do.
He's doing exactly what Tony Khan wanted him to do.
Which I will say this. I'm not going to put this on Adam.
No.
Directly.
No.
But he's there.
He's there.
He's doing what his boss told him to do, and his boss has the money.
And he goes, okay, if this is what you want me to say, I'll do it.
Do I actually think that Adam agrees with everything that was said there? I don't really think so.
Nope.
But I do think that he might think so because this goof is paying him to think so.
Yeah.
This is where the best wrestle.
I disagree with that. Hey, you know what that quote reminds me of? WCW, where the big boys play.
You'll get the sign where the big boys play.
Oh, yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
It does.
So are you trying to be WCW? Because if it's art, it looks like 2000, 2001 WCW here, pal.
Well, Tommy, you also got to realize this, too. You know, Tony Khan growing up loving WCW.
Yeah, but then he wants to backpedal, move the goalpost like a lot of people. Ain't that right, Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast? Got to give him a shout out with the goalpost.
Yeah, with the goalpost. You move the goalpost,
There's
guys.
a lot of people moving the goalpost saying, well, remember Tony Khan moved the goalpost 50 million times. He moved about 50 yards every goddamn time. You know, did he say, the reason WCW went out of business, the roster's too big, they didn't let a lot of people go. And then he fucking made fun of fucking Ted Turner saying, I'm more smarter than Ted Turner.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking all this shit. And fucking dogging Eric Bischoff saying, you ran WCW out of business. I ain't going to do that to my business.
You ran it like a fucking business.
Yeah, okay? Fuck
you ran it like a business.
I fucking hate your fucking
because
guts.
for you, it is a business.
You're the fucking reason. You're the fucking reason I will not watch your show. You're the reason. You hear me, Bob? You hear me? You're the fucking reason that nobody wants to watch your fucking horrible fucking show.
Let me say this. If you're running a business,
moron. And then
you run it like a business?
Something don't go your way. What does he do? Let me type the Twitter hands.
X.
Let me go on Twitter or X or fucking Sex, whatever the fuck it's called, and type my goddamn shit in because I have no balls.
Bob, you got something to say there? What were you going to say?
Let me just say this. If you're running a business, do you want to run it like a business? Listen, my business would be money. Okay? If I start a business, I'm in that motherfucker to make money. And if I'm paying out more than what I'm bringing in, I ain't doing good business because I'm losing money.
Mm-hmm. And
that's exactly what Tony Khan's doing. He's paying out more than what he's bringing in. And everybody knows it except the ones that got the blinders on.
And let's go ahead and say this, pal. If AEW is so great, if AEW is so great, okay, doofus? If AEW is so great, you fucking Q-tip hair sideshow Bob fuck, why every time you only draw about 3,000 people every fucking week? And you got AEW dwellers, AEW fanboys choking their goddamn chicken over it. Choking their goddamn chicken over it.
I've got one thing to say.
Best thing that's ever happened to wrestling. Like this goddamn doofus that I talk to all the goddamn time.
I just want to say this.
I said, hey, it's been 45 years. I haven't seen good wrestling since 1979.
Yeah, so
go ahead, Papa, and then I'm going to rant on this motherfucker.
I just want to say this. In case these people does not know this, of course they know it. I mean, they got to know it. Show me a down-home AEW wrestler that is well-known, that has traveled all over the world. I'm not talking about the ones that he got from WWE. We all know those. But have you ever tried to make a star with your homegrown guy?
No.
You don't, because Tony Khan don't do that. He never will do that because he don't know how. He's already admitted that.
And then you got fucking.
Am I right or am I wrong? He's already admitted that.
And then you got some of these.
He said I don't make stars.
Then you got some of these fucking people fucking writing on fucking social media saying, "Oh man, haven't seen good wrestling 45 years." Man, hey Tony, thank you for making me fall in love with pro wrestling. Hey, you want to have a little bit of fried chicken?
Yeah, some guy
some watermelon and some goddamn mashed potatoes on the side and some fucking biscuits You fucking sideshow fuck!
Some
Let me just
guy
explain something.
invited Tony Khan
I
to
tell these
fucking
people something.
dinner.
Do you really think deep down in your fucking pathetic mind that Tony Khan cares about you?
And these.
Do you
and
really
these,
think
I'm
Tony
gonna tell
Khan
you
would
right
ever
now,
come to your
these-
motherfucking house?
I'm telling you right now, these are the reason why I cannot stand these fucking AEW fanboys so much.
Well, because they're in their basement, they're choking their chicken, and they're jacking off to Tony Khan's booking, thinking this guy knows what he's doing when he fucking clearly doesn't.
Yes. And by the way,
Because you are a small niche fan base.
That's all the fucking caters
And that's all he caters to. And guess what? That's why AEW doesn't get past 800,000 fucking viewers some weeks.
And here's another thing. You got fucking people saying, well, what's WWE done? Well, let me go in and say this, motherfuckers.
Good.
I'm not a WWE supporter, but I'm going to spit truth and facts.
Once again, we see everything.
Yeah, I'm going to spit the truth and facts. You know what facts is, stupid? These are the facts.
Face the facts.
WWE has had 17 consecutive
That means one after another.
televised
Wait a minute.
sellouts.
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Tommy, before you continue, I want to make absolutely clear with these people. You know, you can fact check this shit if you want to. It's left up to you.
I'm not a hey, I just look and see what I see, okay? And let me tell you, it looks like I see what I see.
Well, AEW is drawing 3,000 to 4,000 people in a fucking building, and it looks
Dingy.
awful.
It looks dingy. Remember the word dingy?
Yeah. It looks
Dingy?
dingy.
Like, WWE has done 17 consecutive televised sellouts. The last time I saw y'all have a sellout was TD Gardens. And you can't tell me Toronto was sold out because it wasn't. And this is facts.
And by the way, you guys didn't have a sellout before that either.
No.
The only time that you guys had, like, literally, the only time AEW has sold out a building was in Wembley and the TD Gardens for the AEW game changer herself, that they say is the game changer, Mercedes Moné's debut.
The only reason why is it banging there? Because she's from Boston. Of course she's going to get a big pop there.
Now I want to know. That show got about 800 viewers, 800,000 viewers. Since then, the ratings have dropped since.
Yes.
They've dropped to 709. I see them drop to 750.
Yep.
Yeah. Mercedes Moné was certainly a game changer. No, she's a channel changer.
That's the thing. All these people they bring in don't move. Remember how people said our channel don't move the needle? Well, AEW ain't moving the needle either.
No.
And we're not spending all of our money to try to move the needle either.
Yeah. Guys, here's something that these other people don't understand or don't care to do. How do you guys, how do you guys figure this right here out? I want to know how you figure it out. I'd like to hear how you figure, that they don't draw this and they don't draw that. AEW draws this and AEW draws that. How do you know that?
It's public knowledge.
Yeah.
You can look that shit
All you
up.
got to do is just take the blinders off. All you got to do is just take the blinders off. But these AEW fanboys don't know how to do that.
I think basically it's called
They're
research.
in denial. No, they're in denial. They're in denial.
Research will show you what you need to know. If you just bother to do it, but you don't want to bother to do it, so
read an article on fucking Dynamite, you can fucking look it up on the fucking internet, can you?
No, I will say this real quick. Tommy, There's a guy that said that he said that WrestleMania was not that good. That's
Yeah.
what he said personally, right?
Yeah.
But he said that Dynamite is going to be stacked this week.
Yes. Oh, you want to show them the card for this week's Dynamite? Go ahead.
Yes. You know, and this is for Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, by the way, that we're filming this, so it's going to be out tonight. If you guys want to watch it, our show may be out in a day, but a day or so. But if you really want to, this is what he says about Dynamite.
How it's going to be fired.
Yeah, he says that that this is the way a show should be. Let's see here. There's the card right there. Okay, Pops, you tell me if this is gonna be better than WrestleMania.
Okay.
Or Raw for that matter.
Okay.
We got a trios championship. The FTW champion Hook teams up with Lionheart Chris Jericho, some Japanese guy named Shibata that I don't know who the hell that is, versus Shane Taylor's Promotions. I don't even know who Shane Taylor Promotions is. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who they are.
No, I don't either.
Tommy?
But we're gonna have to check that out, see who he is.
How would I know? They're just three random guys, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Mariah May versus Anna Jay. Okay.
That sounds fire.
Sounds like fire. Tony Storm is going to be there for the Charleston's Championship campaign toast. What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I
what
like
the fuck
Tony
is that?
Storm, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, this is great so far. The Young Bucks present backstage footage from the All In championship. Sorry, from the All In fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
The fucking skirmish. Oh, okay. So the Young Bucks are going to release it. The fucking Young Fucks. Okay. Like anybody gave a shit. For the TNT champ.
You mean the old Bucks, don't you? The old
Yeah.
motherfucking Bucks.
For the TNT championship, it's going to be the champion Adam Copeland versus Penta El Zero Miedo from the fucking Lucha Brothers. Yeah, it's going to pack the arenas.
Yeah, it's gonna pack it, buddy.
And for the main event, it's an eliminator match for the AEW World Championship. The champion Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes.
I love Dustin.
Probably going to be the best match there.
Best match on the card.
But is it straight fire?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Actually, I do believe, and I think Levante posted this on his story. He goes, Tony Khan just thought about it. I got me a Samoan like fucking Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
I got me a Rhodes.
And I got Mia Rhodes. I got Dustin Rhodes. Fuck it, I'm creating a WrestleMania main event, baby.
That's basically what
Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
You know what it's gonna sound like, Tony?
Shit.
That is the most pathetic shit I think I've ever heard.
Straight fire. But anyway,
Good shit.
Yeah, straight fire shit. What are we gonna talk about now, Tommy?
Well, we got some Miss Ryback Rousey news.
Now we made fun of her on the last podcast because of some of the stuff that she.
Oh, I ain't gonna stop and make fun of her again this week.
From her book, but she's actually been going on some of these talk shows and news shows about her book. And she actually said this. Does it say where she said this, Tommy?
News Nation.
News Nation. She said this on News Nation. Tommy, what'd she say?
Well, she said. This is what she said. Ryback Rousey said this.
Want a Whopper?
Oh, we're gonna get into that. I'll think of another menu she can have.
Damn, I wouldn't mind having a Whopper.
I know.
I was standing there, and this guy who I was barely an acquaintance with grabs the string of my sweatpants as I'm walking by, like I wasn't even looking at him. This guy grabs the string of my sweatpants, and nobody else reacts, as if this is abnormal. Drew Gulak, that's who it was. So you're talking about a guy that's never been on TV while you're fucking taking up a spot.
Now,
wait a minute. Wasn't this right here a particular moment that he was reaching to shake a hand?
We're gonna get into that. Well, apparently, Ronda Rousey's been saying this on some of the, like, News Nation and shit. She's talking about this story. I don't know if she's trying to portray that Drew Gulak is some kind of fucking predator or trying to fucking
sexual deviant.
Yeah,
it sounds like to me like she wants to get recognized.
But here's the thing, and then Drew Gulak tweeted on X.
Gabba Gulak?
Yeah, Gabba Gulak came to X and was like, now listen here, let me tell you how it goes. Backstage at a WWE event in 2022, I saw Ronda. Talked with a group in the hallway. I stopped to say hi and shake all their hands. And in an attempt to shake her hand, I accidentally touched her drawstring. Complete accident. And one that I had apologized for to her for the mishap multiple times.
I'm going to have to believe Drew Gulak.
So why?
I want to know, like,
do you need money, Rhonda?
Why are you so fucking bitter, Miss Reeves?
Yeah, she's literally the most bitter bitch that I've seen.
All right. I agree. I'm going to say this. When you were in UFC, you got knocked out twice and you cried and kowtowed and ran out like a bitch.
Yeah.
And you came to the WWE. They gave your ass something. And look at all the shit that they gave you. You had women's championship rings.
WrestleMania main event.
You had a WrestleMania main event. You won the WWE women's tag team titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won all this by taking up a spot for someone that actually is more deserving than you. And now you're whining, bitching, and complaining? Is it because WWE's in the limelight? Is that why? And no one's talking about your measly fucking paperback $5 book?
I would say so.
I'd say so.
How about you do the fucking wrestling world a fucking favor and shut the fuck up?
Nobody wants to hear what you have to say.
No one wants to hear what you got to say. No one wants to look at that fucking mole on your cheek. Okay? And no one. How about you and Ryback, instead of getting a Whopper this time, let me take you somewhere else, you fucking blind bimbo. Okay? You're lucky I don't want to say what I really want to say.
Please don't say it.
I know, so that's why I'm keeping my
Here's
words
the thing.
sweet. Okay?
Here's the thing.
How about you and Ryback, because he's a bitter bastard too, with his fucking chrome dome fucking hot dog fucking back neck ass. Let me tell you this, okay? How about you and Ryback? Because he tried to cost a poor kid his job at Taco Bell. So he's just as bitter as you are. Ain't that right, Karen Reeves? All right. Now let me tell you this. How about Ronda Rousey and Ryback? How about Ryback invites you to where the fuck he's from? Some fucking place in North Platte, Nebraska, or where the fuck he's from.
I think he's in Vegas.
Oh, go to Nevada and fucking meet and you and Ryback. He could talk to you about his fucking protein powder. And fucking you could talk about him about drawstrings, whatever the fuck you want to talk about.
Talk about Gabba Gulak.
Yeah, talk about Gabba Gulak, and he'd be like, who the hell's that? And then Ryback would go to you and be like, hey, I need to make a YouTube video because that's the only way I can make money now. Because no one's going to hire no one's buying my $5 Skip Sheffield cards anymore. And fucking having them signed or having my Ryback signed anymore. Ryback cards signed anymore. So, and I'm not making much out of these goddamn horrible design fucking nutrition drinks. So, I got a question, Rhonda. How about you jump in the car with me and I'll make a YouTube video. This time, I ain't getting you a Whopper. You know what? We're going to go to the best place there is. And where we go, we're going to go to fucking McDonald's. And you know what? I'll get you the Big Mac because you love Gulak. I'll get you the Big Mac. And me, I'll have a double quarter pounder with fucking cheese, extra fries, and we'll get it in till the sunrise. I'm rolling down 95 because y'all ain't so paid. So you two fucking have a good time.
Because gorillas got war, but they ain't got
Yeah,
money.
it's true. So how about you all do us the fucking favor and be fucking bitter? Because you're just mad because you two motherfuckers are not getting the publicity you want. You get publicity, but it's the wrong fucking publicity.
Now, Tommy, she has something else to say. What?
Yeah,
What did Ron
yeah,
just
she
have
has
to
something
say?
fucking else to say. Mr. Coon has something else to say. Miss Coon, whoever the fuck it is. Miss Raccoon, she's got something else to say. Honestly, I don't like performing in big stadiums. Non-televised house shows are my favorite. If I were to continue wrestling, I'll probably do some indie stuff in town. That's the stuff I enjoy. How about you go to AEW then?
They got 3,000 people.
They got 3,000 people. That's good enough for an indie show. And listen here, Rhonda. I hate your fucking guts, okay? Because you are an ungrateful fucking bitch. WWE gave you a platform to help you over, put you over, did the best they could to get you over. And you're fucking, the only reason you're coming out and saying all this shit is because WWE's always getting in the news now. You know, with the Vince fiasco, supposedly, and fucking Triple H doing the WrestleMania stuff and all this WrestleMania.
Nobody's talking about me.
No one's talking about my fucking $5 paperback novel. So I need a fucking I need something to talk about. So let's talk about Gabba Gulag. Let's throw Gabba under the bus.
She was not a fucking good wrestler. She fucking couldn't sell her ass. Well, I don't know. She probably could sell her ass, but I don't know. It sure wouldn't be to me. But anyway,
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass too.
Like, really, shut the fuck up.
They gave her a fucking platform to perform, and now she's all fucking bitter and shit like that right there. I don't know, but I think I agree. I think it's because of her book, and her book ain't even worth fucking shit. Ain't even worth reading, and I think people already know that.
Let's go to the last thing of the wrestling news. Then we're gonna get into some questions.
Well, also the one thing I want to talk about with Ronda real quick.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. See, I can understand somebody being bitter about the wrestling business.
I can understand that.
If you've been in it like a long time and you try
like
to
a Bret Hart.
Well, not only that, but also try to grind your way into trying to be a main eventer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you get at mid card or whatever. This bitch starts off main eventing. Yeah. This bitch is fucking straight out the fucking gate a star, or tries to be a star. I didn't think she was a star when she showed up. Never really thought she was a star at all. This bitch gets fucking this bitch was only in the business for a couple of years.
A cup of coffee.
Didn't wrestle all the time. Didn't show up at every fucking show. And this bitch is so bitter about this. That you were a star in the WWE for a couple of years. Oh, how bad it was for me. How bad that company is. How Gabba Gulak grabbed my drawstring. It's fucking ridiculous.
But
she's pathetic. She's a pathetic motherfucker.
Next, let's talk on the last news, and then we'll get in some questions.
Answer some questions.
Cody Rhodes on the current era of WWE. This is what he had to say.
Okay.
I have heard it's coined as the Renaissance era, and I really like that outlook on it. For me, as a wrestler, I'm more excited that we no longer have to stand in the shadow of the Attitude Era, because of the last 2 years, I've done better business than they ever did.
I don't know about that part.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know about that last part.
I don't know about that, Cody, but I was with you for a second.
I will say this. This WrestleMania was sold out both nights.
Yep.
They had over 145,000 people show up for WrestleMania in total. For night 1 and night 2. I will say this: they're making a shitload of money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really agree with
What he said about the last 2 years. I've done better business than they ever did.
we've done better.
Yeah,
business.
we've done. I had to
Not just him, but
well,
we in total.
he
with
didn't
WWE.
he just didn't do fucking say it's all about me.
Yeah,
But I have to disagree with him on that part.
yeah.
But everything else.
But I'm glad that we don't have to see these people being compared to the Attitude Era.
Which they're trying to make their own niche. And see, that's the thing. I hate when people put people. Oh man, this guy's a modern day Attitude Era guy.
Yeah, I hear that a
This
lot.
guy's an Attitude Era guy. This guy reminds me of the Attitude Era.
Like even people are saying that that Rock is the final boss is like Hollywood Rock. No, he's not.
No.
I will say this. I actually for once I've actually liked that Dwayne showed up.
Yeah.
And actually put over somebody.
Yes.
And who did he put over? He put over Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
He beat him at WrestleMania Night 1, but it was for the greater good.
Yes.
And it isn't just a fulfilling a fantasy of him coming back and being the champ like he did in 2013. He actually showed up and put somebody over.
He did what he wanted to do. And here's the thing. And same thing with Cena.
And actually made it interesting to watch him for once.
And see, here's another thing. That's like John Cena. What does he do? He's putting over guys. He knows his time's short.
Pretty much over, really.
Yeah, pretty much over, really. He is fucking passing the torch to fucking these guys that's showing up and fucking doing it every fucking week.
Want a video chat?
No. He's putting guys over. Same thing with The Rock. These guys are putting these people over because they're going to be here.
I'm not going to be here.
I'm not going to be here.
You're going to be here.
You're going to be here. And people like John Cena and The Rock,
Undertaker,
these guys passed the torch to these people. They ran the ball as hard as they could, and they're like, "Hey, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to do other things. I'm not like this anymore. So I'm passing it to you guys."
Do these people, the fans here, really think that The Rock is going to stay, the Undertaker is going to stay, Cena is going to stay there? No. They're the ones that's giving these guys what they need to give them, the boost. Hey, go out there and be a fucking star now.
And see, this is the thing. I'm gonna say this is what WWE does best than what AEW does.
They make stars.
Like
we need somebody for the future. We don't need somebody right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're looking into the future.
Where AEW looks at right now.
Where AEW's looking, I'm gonna say it's right at the past.
Well, kind of at the past, yeah. Now.
I'm sorry, it's true.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. I'm not a WWE fan. I'm just calling it like it is. When you look at it,
I would rather look
that.
back at this. If I was a wrestler and doing what these guys are doing, I would rather look back and say, "And my time is over," and say, "I made that kid. He's fucking great." That's what I'd be wanting to say. These kids are fucking great. We made them. We build them what they wanted to be. They are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And bad guys, it's their turn to shine.
And see, that's the thing. The Undertaker, fucking John Cena and The Rock, even Austin, they could show up every once in a while and get their limelight. They don't need to do this every time.
They're there for, 100, fucking less than 1 million people. That's pretty sad. Well, Edge is wrestling in front of 3,000 fucking people.
Yeah, why Edge and Christian,
fuck you, Tony.
Why Edge and Christian and Mercedes Moné and the rest of the people are wrestling in front of 3,000 people.
I'm sorry. I'd rather wrestle for the sellout.
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
people that
yeah,
selling
we
out
do.
buildings. But oh well.
Oh well, yeah.
Let's go ahead and answer some damn
Yeah,
questions.
now we're done with
Yeah,
the
let's enough of that right there stuff. Let's get
they
the
would have
questions
wanted
on
to
the
get
roll.
into.
Yeah, because we got tons of questions we're gonna answer. I'm gonna start off with one real quick right off the bat from a good friend of ours.
Our good friend.
Our good friend. I actually have it saved here
All right.
because he sent it to me through Messenger from Kid Lee.
All right.
If Arcade wanna put out a WWF WrestleFest arcade machine, how fast would you guys buy that bitch?
I'll buy that bitch in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck if I don't have no money. I'll grab money.
I'm gonna go try to get a loan or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a loan.
No, I got money.
Yeah, I got money.
I guess
too.
I'd have to go fucking in debt to get it.
Like that's the one thing that I was hoping that they would, because
Yeah.
this is the thing is when it comes to the WWE arcade games, like WWE/WWF, there's only like a handful that ever came out
Yeah.
that I'm aware of. There might be some more, but this is just what I'm aware of right now. There could be a lot more. WrestleFest, WWF WrestleFest, WWF Superstars. They have that WWF Royal Rumble pinball
Yep.
game. WWF WrestleMania for the arcade. And I know they did that WWF Royal Rumble arcade that was on Dreamcast. That was also an arcade machine. That's all that I'm aware of. Can you guys think of any other arcade?
I think that was about it.
That's all I can really think of. I would like arcade machines are a lot of money, guys.
Yeah, they are.
They're in that thousands category.
Yeah.
And pinball machines are pretty much in the same category, if not even worse sometimes, because there's certain parts to the arcade, to the pinball machine that you may not be able to get back.
Yeah.
If something breaks on that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I ever have an opportunity to buy the Royal Rumble pinball machine or you know some of those arcade games, I definitely would do it. I would so buy a like I don't have any of the arcade 1-up machines. I've had some opportunities to buy some.
Yep.
Which they're not terrible money. They're only a few $100s. But if they ever came out with one that's like the old school WWF arcade games, I would definitely buy one for sure.
Yep, I would too.
I've had my opportunity to buy a few, but I just turned them down because, like, I love arcade machines. I love hell. We went to an arcade recently.
Yep.
Love going there. Unfortunately, they don't have any of the WWF arcade games. No. Still had fun regardless. But man, you just like one of the arcades that we had here before it went out of business.
Yeah.
It was an arcade / laser tag place. And we go there and play, and they had both. They had WrestleFest and they had Superstars.
Yeah, they did.
And they closed down like mid 2000s, and it sucks. We literally haven't got to play that machine in like 20 years, at least. And if Arcade 1-Up ever brought it out, I would definitely be fucking all up on it for sure. Let's go and answer a few questions here from Dropkick SoCal. We will leave a channel. We will leave a link to not only Dropkick SoCal, but we will leave a link for the Born Leaders Wrestling Podcast.
Okay.
We will also leave a link to Awesome 4K's YouTube channel as well, which is Ken. So we will leave a link to their channels in the description box below. This is from Mooski. Hilarious episode, y'all. He asked the questions in the last podcast, but we weren't able to do them because we were running low on time. So we're going to answer.
We got all the time in the world.
Yeah, and we're going to answer them now for sure. Which of these era switches would you like to see? Darby Allin in the original ECW, or Brock Lesnar in the New Generation era, or John Cena in the Attitude Era?
That's easy for me.
Okay.
Brock in the New Generation era.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because they didn't have that many stars in the New Generation era. Besides Razor, Nash, Razor, Diesel, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker, and Yoko. Who else did you have? Bulldog, Owen.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And Shawn Michaels, that's about it.
I mean, John Cena barely missed the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
guys. You guys don't.
He barely missed it.
He barely missed the Attitude Era.
But I'm going to have to go with Brock in the New Generation.
I'd go with that too because I don't give a shit about Darby Allin.
No, I don't give two fucks about Darby Allin. Nah.
Pops, which one would you rather
I
go
don't give a
with?
fuck about Skateboard.
I agree. I don't give a shit about Darby Allin. I don't care about him.
So you'd rather see Brock in the
Yeah.
All right. His next question is, excuse me. God damn.
Long day.
Long day.
It's been a long day.
Since the historical coincidence of a technical wrestler winning at every 10 Mania coming to an end, which of the following is your favorite? Bret Hart winning at 10, Benoit winning at 20, and Daniel Bryan winning at 30. Now I will say this: Cody's a technical wrestler in a way. But I'm not sure if I'd put him in the same category as these three. Because if you remember, Bret beat Yoko at 10.
Benoit beat Shawn and Triple H.
Yeah. And Daniel
Bryan beat Batista and Randy Orton.
Yeah, at 30. So which one is your favorite?
Me, I'm going to go with Benoit winning at 20.
What are you going to go with that one for?
Because it's more memorable.
I'm going to go with Bret at 10.
Well, here's the reason I'm going to say the Benoit winning at 20.
Uh-huh.
Is because that great moment with him and Eddie Guerrero.
You mean Eddie Guerrero and Redacted?
Yeah. It was a great moment.
Redacted won the
vacated.
Yeah, he vacated the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry, Benoit winning at 20 for me.
I'm gonna go with Bret winning at 10 because he faced Owen in the first match, lost to Owen, and he had to face Yoko in the main event, and he actually beat Yoko. He triumphs over this massive superstar.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm saying the Benoit thing because one, I enjoyed that match, and people were saying, "Oh, he can't win the big one," and everyone was doubting him. And he finally triumphs and wins the World Heavyweight Championship from two Hall of Famers.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H, yeah.
And that great moment with him and Eddie in the ring, the confetti falling out, I thought that was a great moment.
Absolutely. Pops.
Oh my God.
Bret at 10, Benoit at 20, or Daniel Bryan at 30?
I can't put Daniel Bryan in the same category as these guys. I can't do it. And here's another thing I can't do. I can't choose because I loved both of them.
If you had to choose one.
Well, everybody knows that, I'd have to go with Benoit.
Benoit?
Yeah.
I can understand why you guys did go with Benoit. Give me a little swig here. We all know El Dronco versus Uni is main eventing. Who would you want to see Mooski wrestle?
Who would I like to see Mooski wrestle?
For the Border Leaders Wrestling Podcast, Odamo is El Dronco.
Oh, so who would I like to see Mooski wrestle? Dan, don't forget the YO. He could be the JTG, bringing the hood to you.
What you gonna do?
He's the real JTG.
He's the real JTG.
Dan, don't forget the YO. I'm gonna go with Dan. Don't forget the YO. I'm going with Daniel.
I'm gonna go with Daniel as well. Crazy Legs Daniel.
That's right, Crazy Legs Daniel, boy. You better watch it. That'd be his finishing move.
The Crazy Legs.
The Crazy Legs. He's crazy, that guy.
He's crazy, that guy. Pops, who would you like to see Mooski wrestle for the Border Leaders Wrestling Podcast?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Get him Crazy Legs.
Get Crazy Legs are going.
Get him Crazy Legs.
Okay, this one's not wrestling related. Imagine that.
Oh,
guys, you guys can ask questions anytime you guys want to in the comments
they
section
don't
down
have
below.
to be wrestling.
This one is non-wrestling related, but I notice we have good taste in cartoons. Who is your top 3 favorite Hey Arnold characters?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy for me.
Because I do believe it was like a couple of podcasts ago we were talking about some Hey Arnold.
Yeah, I love Hey Arnold. I already know my top 3.
Okay.
First one, Grandpa.
Come on there, short man.
Come on, short man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Oscar Kakashi because I know a bum in real life. I'm going with Oscar Kakashi.
I know.
Because I know a real life bum in real life. You do too, and Pops does too.
Yes,
he does. You know who it is. You know who it is, Pops.
Yeah, I do.
Kakashi. Because I know a bum in real life.
Remember?
Yeah.
You're a bum, Kakashi.
And my third one, because I like him because he's got style, swag, the way he does his thing. Gerald.
Gerald. And he has his own field.
That's right. He has his own field.
Gerald
Arnold don't have a goddamn field. Don't say Arnold field on that motherfucker.
Arnold.
Chow, Mr. Arnold.
Chow, Mr. Arnold.
And don't forget Stinky Peters. I know a guy that stinks, all right.
Pops, you watch a lot of Hey Arnold.
Yeah, I did.
Who's your top 3 favorite of Hey Arnold characters?
Well, I've got to go with Grandma because she was a tough one of the bunch.
Yeah, she's fucking batshit crazy too.
Yeah. Then I tell you what, some of the I missed. Let's see. I got to go with the girl that liked Arnold.
Oh, Helga?
Helga?
Yeah, Helga, because she was so tough and mean, but there was a heart there too.
Absolutely.
The third one is, oh shit, what was his name? The one with the the long nose.
Arnie?
No, the other that thought that he thought his family were vampires at one episode.
Sid?
Sid? Did he have the backwards hat?
No,
Stinky.
Stinky, yeah.
Stinky Peterson.
Whatever it was.
Just drink it.
All right.
I have to go with him because he could come up with some of the hilarious shit that you wouldn't dream
of. My favorite characters are Stoop Kid. Because he's afraid to leave his stoop. And he gets made fun of in that episode, and he attacks Harold at the end.
Are you going home and run you downtown, big boy? Right.
Yeah.
Come here, fat boy.
Yeah, come here, fat boy. My second favorite is Eugene. Poor kid can't catch a break. He's always fucking.
Yeah, that's like our channel.
Yeah, we can't catch a break either.
Yeah, we don't move the needle around here.
Yeah.
we can't touch that needle, boys.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't touch that anymore. And my last is Tommy took it. Oscar Kokoschka.
Oscar Kokoschka, baby.
Susie, make me a sandwich.
Susie, make me. John
Make
Moxley.
me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich.
And Renee's the wife.
That
Give me that sandwich.
was fun. That was
Yeah,
fun to
that's
do a non wrestling related one. And he goes, P.S. I thought for sure Tommy was going to say any blue sky match.
Oh, Sky Blue.
Oh,
Man?
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
On the left. Oh,
Sky
it's
Blue
true.
match.
It's true. It's true. She's the only good saving grace.
She got ass.
Yes. I agree, Mooski. That's the only saving grace. Oh, here we go.
From the Borderlands Wrestling Podcast, our good buddy Levante S. Smith. And by the way, we will leave a link for Dropkick SoCal in the description box below. Hit that subscribe button. Tell them Wrestle Rampage sent you. Great guys. Go check their channel out for sure. Levante S. Smith.
I heard Uni's in rough shape. Health problems.
Yeah.
I like to give him a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get well soon, man.
Get well, buddy.
Yeah.
Get well.
Who would you guys rather face in a tag team death match with Pop Says Y'all's manager?
Who? I'll go ahead and say it right now. The Young Bucks.
Well, that's not what he says. He says.
My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't read the question right.
It says we can either face the Cereal Brothers, C&M,
Mama Cereal
with Mama Cereal in their corner.
Mama Cereal.
Or,
Mama Cereal, look at your boys. Look at your boys, Mama Millville.
Mama Millville. Or the flowery couch guy and the AEW neckbeard guy with the iPhone as their
this is easy.
As their manager.
This is easy. You want me to go ahead and say it?
Go ahead, Tommy.
I'll say it right here. The flowery couch guy and the neckbeard AEW fan guy, and you don't have an iPhone as the manager. Yep, I poo, and the flowery couch guy and Shamu.
Who's gonna eat all this?
The pizza eater, the Popeye eater, the McDonald eater, wiping his nose. Say this is why I can't get women because I have jabberjaw teeth. Yeah, him. He's an embarrassment to the YWC. He really is. And people think this guy's so knowledgeable. This fucking neckbeard, fucking hot dog eating fuck.
Should we say who it is?
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck who it is.
The flower couch guy is Gemini888.
And the guy I make fun of continuously
is Wrestling Otaku.
You can tell you why I don't like. Now, the reason I don't like Gemini is because of what he did.
Yeah.
You know. He started.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I'll start this beef. I don't give a fuck. Because I've never liked him and never will. People say this guy is so knowledgeable, professional wrestling. But all you talk about is AEW shit. So you're not really that knowledgeable, Jabba Jaw.
Actually, he's one of the ones that said about Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes going to WWE.
He said fuck his family, fuck his wife, fuck his dog. Yeah,
fuck his family.
Yeah.
How about this? How about this? Fuck you. Okay.
He was the goddamn one of the Dwellers Crown with barbecue sauce dripping down his face.
I'm gonna call him Sellout Rhodes. That's his new name, Sellout Rhodes.
And he said that he's undefeated in debates. Well, why would I want to debate a guy that all he knows and fantasizes about has never been laid and never will have any women? Yeah. Why would I want to fucking debate a guy that it'll be it won't be a good match?
He's a moron.
He is a moron. And by the way, he degrades women.
Yes, he does.
He downplays women. He embarrasses women. You tell you what, I remember that goddamn segment you wolfing down Tim McDoubles. And fucking, you see that? He called her a bitch.
Yeah.
This bitch didn't even recognize me. You know why? Because you look like a cow. That's why.
Because
Because you're eating a cow and you're looking like one.
You're stuffing yourself with fucking burgers.
You're stuffing yourself with a burger and you see the goddamn residue all over his face. You know, clean up a little bit, brother. If you want to try to get, hey, I got plenty of women. I'm gonna say this right now. I get women on a daily basis. Fucking blow my phone up. So I don't want to hear it.
I got a few.
So listen. All you do, and then you film videos that are meaningless. You fucking look, Mercedes, all elite. You're fucking whacking on your goddamn Sanyo over there.
Yeah, we're saying you.
And fucking shit like this. And here's the thing, bro, like you're an embarrassment.
Go like if anybody's watched this goof, go watch him. It's fucking
Yeah.
it's
It's embarrassing.
just embarrassing. But
I have to go with him. An iPhone man.
an iPhone man, which we blew off the internet apparently.
Yeah, he blew him off. He was so embarrassed and ashamed for that clip he had to get off YouTube.
What
Pops.
you need is a iPhone.
Who would you like to see us face, Pops?
It wouldn't matter to me.
It wouldn't matter to me. It
Goose.
wouldn't matter to me either.
I mean, to me, that's what this world has become, a bunch of goofs.
Well, I know who I want more of.
I'll face anybody. I don't give a shit.
I ain't afraid of shit.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a good goddamn, as old buddy used to say. Either one's fine with me. I don't really care. Let's get up here. I know we got some more questions here. There we go. There's some questions for us right there. From Radical Velocity. It's been a while since he's been on the since he's asked some questions here. He goes, it's time for me to ask the long-awaited question. What is your favorite Velocity match?
Favorite Velocity match. What's my favorite Velocity match? I can't remember if this was in 2005 or 2006.
Okay.
But they had a match on Velocity. It was Chris Benoit versus William Regal.
Damn, favorite Velocity match. I didn't watch much Velocity.
And probably the close second would be in 2002, Hardcore Holly versus Kurt Angle.
I didn't watch much Velocity.
I know you didn't. I did.
Tommy watched a lot of Velocity.
I watched Velocity and Heat. I watched them all.
Like I knew that sometimes I would watch Velocity, but I don't remember any matches offhand that I actually liked.
That's why I mentioned the big heavy hitter ones.
Well, there you go. Pops, do you remember any fucking Velocity matches, really? No.
No.
Well, he does have one other question though.
All right.
Which we've mentioned on the show before. What is your favorite A-Train match?
Oh,
Did your glasses come off there, Pops?
Glasses come on, man.
Match?
What's your favorite A-Train match?
Well, that's easy.
He's a big horse, let me tell you.
Well, that's easy for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, Radical Velocity. It certainly isn't when he used to main event Velocity. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Favorite A-Train match? Probably him versus the Undertaker.
That's what I was going to say. Him versus the Undertaker.
That's the best one.
Because that's the only real like.
That's the only real match that he even stood out in.
Yeah, I mean he's a big horse. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna have to go with him and Undertaker.
I'm gonna have to say the same because that's the like literally that's one of the only ones I've seen him actually do somewhat decent in. You know,
A-Train. I mean, your mother Your mother was something else. She's and she was right. He'd either be the start, the middle, or the last match, and every one of them. He was always there.
Absolutely.
Why is he? That's what your mother said. Why is he still there? Because that's the only place he belongs.
We got a question from Sports Talk with Austin 2002. I hope that you enjoyed the Survivor Series DVD that we sent you, man. Which match was better in your opinion? And by the way, me and Tommy actually reviewed both these pay-per-views. Undertaker versus Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell match at the Armageddon 2005 pay-per-view, or Undertaker versus Batista at the Survivor Series 2007.
Well, that's easy for me. I'm going Undertaker, Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell, Armageddon 2005.
Same. For the simple fact that, for me at least, there wasn't a lot of Undertaker Batista matches I really liked.
Probably the only Undertaker Batista match I enjoyed was WrestleMania 23.
Yeah. It got long in the tooth, and they faced each other quite a bit.
Yeah, they did.
Especially during that 2007 year.
Yes, they did.
Where at least with like I was somewhat invested in the Undertaker and Randy Orton, their feud on SmackDown. Because that was 05, yes.
Yeah, that was 05.
With the feud there. Pops, which one you going with there?
The same.
They're going with the same there? You just got to agree it's the same?
I might as well. It was the best suited match for me.
All right, we're going to see if there's any last more questions that we can talk about here. Hey, Miss Rousey, you want a Whopper? As a Ronda Rousey fan, I'm disappointed at myself for laughing so hard. That's what Levante Smith said in that video. Oh, actually, we got hit with a few other I Quit matches that were better than Edge and
yes,
Christian.
we did.
Rodney Lewis Jr. said that JBL versus John Cena at Judgment Day 05 was the best I Quit match in my opinion. That was a good match.
That was
though.
a good
That was a good match. I agree. That was a good match.
And then, Pops, you remember this one.
Yeah.
Ric Flair versus Terry Funk, the I Quit match in 1989.
Oh, hell yeah. I remember that. That's a good one, too.
Great fucking match for sure. All right, I think
that's it on the questions.
Who would play Oscar the Grouch better, Ronda Rousey or Ryback?
I think they're both pretty even.
I think they're both pretty even. They both suck ass, for sure. Pops, which one do you think would?
I'd have to give the Academy Award to both of them. Split it down the middle here. You're both douchebags.
And I guess the last thing we'll read here is Jason Peck.
Yeah.
He's been commenting a lot on our videos here, but he said, your channel is great. It's your channel. You can say what you want. Fuck people don't like it. They don't have to watch. Keep it up.
Well, that's what we say to people. I mean, if you don't want to watch, don't do it. You know, it's that fucking simple.
He says that he watches our videos when we put them out on the channel, and he also watches these people as well, which pretty neat that we're going to be grouped into some of these people.
Yeah.
for him at least. Wrestling Bios. Wrestling with Regret.
Oh boy.
And Wrestling with Andy.
Oh man.
And I watch all three of them guys, by the way.
Yeah. I'm proud, to even be associated in the same,
I'm proud to be associated with those type guys.
Or better,
to be mentioned in their names,
Oh, and Jason Peck also wrote that I can't find the comment right now, but he did say that he started to watch the OVW television wrestling podcast as well, and that that he enjoys it.
Yeah.
I highly suggest, if you guys haven't watched the OVW television podcast, that you do.
Yeah.
Me and Tommy have our own OVW review where we review every TV show that OVW has done. Currently, we're in 1999. We're in, I think, early October of 1999. I will say this, and I want to go ahead and say this right here, right now for people. We've been asked, how can people watch the OVW shows if they want to watch the show itself? I've got good news for you, and then I also got a little bit of bad news for you. If you want to watch every episode that we've done, like listen to the episode that we've done, they are available on YouTube. Not our episodes, but the actual OVW episodes are on YouTube if you want to watch them. The OVW wrestling shows themselves are online on YouTube if you want to check them out. They have from when we started in July till, I think, December of 99. December is a little dicey. There's not a lot of footage from December of 1999 of OVW on there. But you can watch the show and listen to the podcast if you guys want to. The only thing you have to do is type in on YouTube OVW 1999, and there should be a playlist that pops up. Click on that playlist, and it has episode by episode. If you guys want to watch the show, the actual show, you guys can. As well as in 2000, the next year that we're going to be getting to. I will say this, though. December of 99 and January of 2000 are kind of gone. I don't know where they are on YouTube. We have them because we actually bought these from like a tape library.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch like February to like July of 2000, it's on YouTube as well. Every episode. So if you guys want to watch at least the rest of 99 and a little over half of 2000 with us, you guys can. It's on YouTube. And if you want to watch 2000, you just type in OVW 2000, and there's a playlist as well. Click on that playlist. It will bring up those episodes. So I just wanted to mention that to people because some people don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that, or else I would have told you guys from the get-go about that. But I've had my OVW tape library for years now. So it's a little different for us. Now, I will say this. By the time you guys get to 2001 on, you got to take our word for it.
Yeah, it's hard to find that stuff.
We will put out some clips on like social media and stuff that you guys can see, but by the time WWE actually buys the library and stuff, it gets a little dicey to try to find that shit on like YouTube. So I will say this: if you guys want to watch the rest of 99 with us, you guys can, and if you want to watch at least half of 2000, you can do that as well. So I just want to let you guys know that. And let's go with the last questions here, and they're asked by Jason Peck. Great job, great work. Is there any wrestlers you used to like but after time changed your mind. He says Buff Bagwell, Disco Inferno, the Cat, and Lex Luger. Is there any wrestlers that you used to not like, but after time changed your mind? So somebody you didn't like, but you ended up changing your mind on.
Someone I used to like.
No, yeah,
I used to not like.
Somebody that you didn't like, but you started liking them.
yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know one person.
Is that?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I used to clown this guy and everything else, and then I realized he ain't that bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say Zach Gallen.
Zach Gallen?
Yeah, I was making fun of him pretty hard.
We made fun of him a lot in 2003, guys.
So I'm gonna have to say Zach Gallen.
Zach Gallen?
Yeah.
Pops, is there a guy that you didn't really like, but you ended up liking him in the end?
Well, okay, I did. Tommy knows for sure because we had arguments about him and everything. That right there was Randy Orton. To the beginning, I hated him. I thought he was a fucking idiot. After years of watching him, see how he reacts to things, see how he reads the crowd and everything. I got to liking what he did and and everything. So it was Randy Orton for me.
Also Dolph Ziggler for you as well.
Yeah. Also Dolph Ziggler. Yeah,
For Dolph.
I never liked him when he debuted. But from there on, then I'd watch his matches and I'd say, man, he really knows how to really knows how to do things in the ring. And I'd watch him sell like a motherfucker.
I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. Just a guy I never really liked that much at all, really. And definitely didn't care for him in OVW.
Yeah.
I didn't care for his first run in WWE. Him being ECW World Champion. It's just I didn't really like Bobby Lashley at that time. Come to find out, he's not that bad.
No, I like Bobby.
I mean, do I like him? Not really, but it's not like it's somebody I really didn't like at all, where I could actually just kind of sure Bobby.
Yeah.
I'll go with Bobby Lashley. And then the last question, two more questions here, real quick. Do you think anyone will surpass Cena or Ric Flair with the championship reign? Probably not.
Probably not.
Pops?
I don't think so. It's a lot of if you really if you really believe and really respect these guys and everything. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a wrestler, if I was, and I had the opportunity, turn it down, because I respect those guys as much as anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think anybody's gonna, because right now they're tied at 16, both of them.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't see anybody actually winning 16 times in any kind of near future.
Doing it, and that's going to be just Ric Flair and John Cena.
And like Pop said, I kind of respect that.
Yeah, me too.
That they should be the only ones to kind of hold that flag.
I just couldn't do it. I mean, give it a wrestler, as I said, if I was, and they say, look, you do have a chance to pass Cena and Ric Flair. Respect those guys. That's a legacy for them. No, I won't do it.
Absolutely. And Jason Peck's last question we'll answer real quick, and then we'll get out of here, guys. If you guys want to ask a question, the best way to do it is leave it in the comment section down below, so we'll be able to see it.
That is the best way to ask questions. Is just put it in the comment section down below, and we'll get to your question.
Absolutely, we'll get to it at some point, guys.
Yeah. So sometimes one week we'll do a Mount Rushmore, and the next week we'll do 5 questions. We switch it up.
And if we have a guest, it's all about the guest.
Yeah, if we have a guest, it's different too.
So
we'll get to your questions. Believe us, we'll get to them.
Yeah, we'll get to you guys' questions. Just leave a question in the comment section down below. Jason Peck's last question, close the show, is your thoughts on David Schultz.
Thoughts on Dr. D. David Schultz? I love David Schultz.
Dr. D.
I love Dr. D. David Schultz. That guy's an old schooler.
Oh, absolutely.
And I loved it when he slapped John Stossel on his ass. Just imagine. His careers of journalism, he always shows that footage. So it shows you how bad his career is.
John Stossel has went
and
around.
What a bitch he is, too, by the way.
Yeah, he's went around and said like he showed he shows his greatest clips of him being like a news journalist, and getting slapped and falling on his ass is one of his highlights.
How embarrassing is that?
That's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but apparently he was told, don't go to David Schultz and say this shit's fake.
But he went to him anyway. They told him, don't go to Dr. D. David Schultz. Because if you ask him about pro wrestling being fake, he's gonna slap you.
Mm-hmm.
They told him. They did it anyway.
Dr. D's a badass motherfucker.
He sure is.
And damn, that motherfucker cut an interview.
Yes.
Fucking, I
want you to. I want you to type in right here on YouTube.
Is it at home?
At home with Dr. D. These are the top 3 things they need to type in about Dr. D. David Schultz.
If you want to hear some fucking outrageous interviews.
If you want to hear some funny shit and shit like this about Dr. D. David Schultz, here's the 3 things you need to type in here on YouTube. 1, at home with Dr. D. David Schultz.
I fucking love it.
2, type in pro wrestling on the Morton Downey Jr. show. I loved it when he spilled that drink on that old buddy. He read that mouth. And 3, type in Bounty Hunters.
The Bounty Hunters episode of Morton Downey Jr.?
Yes. Those are the 3 ones you need to type in because they are fucking hilarious. They're fucking priceless.
And the guy could cut an interview. You see the one in the AWA where he cracked up Mean Gene?
Yes. We're going to San Francisco. I went to San Francisco and I tried to find me a woman. I found a lot of men that look like women. And that's what you are, Hoagie. You belong there.
You belong there with everybody. Dressing like women in San Francisco.
I laughed my ass off when he said shit like that. It was fucking hilarious.
And he got Mean Gene.
Yeah, Mean Gene tried not to laugh. What are you laughing at, Gene? I'm just telling you how it is, baby.
I'm just telling you how it is, baby. You remember that time that he shot a gun on goddamn TNT?
Yeah. I didn't know it was loaded. And by the way, the Dark Side of the Ring episode with Dr. D. David Schultz, fucking great.
The executive producers, Evan Husney and what's the other guy's name? I'm blanking on his name, but Kevin Eisner, I believe is his name. They're the ones that made Dark Side of the Ring, and they said that they were kind of apprehensive in
interviewing Dr. D. David Schultz.
Talking to Dr. D, and literally he went. They went to go talk with him. They said he was one of the nicest guys they've ever met. They even said to this day, Dr. D will, shoot him a text or whatever to see how they're doing and everything, and if they need anything. If you need anything, call on old Dr. D.
That's right.
Pops, what do you think about Dr. D. David Schultz?
Dr. D, smash mouth motherfucker, don't care. tell you what he thinks. I like that. I like that right there. I had nothing against David Schultz.
Go watch some Dr. D matches, guys.
Go watch some Dr. D David Schultz matches.
Get a kick
It's
out
some
of
funny
it.
shit. It's funny. It's funny the way he does shit.
Especially fucking go watch the fucking At Home with David
Oh
Schultz.
yeah,
you will laugh your ass off about that.
fucking hilarious.
About that.
It's fucking pure gold. Pure gold. What is it, Cindy Dot?
Yeah. You see a fucking sink full of dishes because his wife didn't do the dishes. He looks at her and goes, "What the hell's this? The city dump?"
Hell, no, Cindy Dot.
Fucking crazy.
I told you they were coming.
I told you they were coming. God no! What you
You
do the
think pizza? This ain't good enough for these people.
Fucking great. Go
Fucking
watch
priceless.
it.
It's
Go watch
fucking
it.
Pure fucking gold.
Yeah, go watch that. But you'll laugh your ass off because it's funny shit.
But that's it for this episode of the WR podcast. We will be back. The next episode, guys, is a special episode. We have a special guest on the show. You guys need
We're
to
not
check
going to
that
give
out.
it away.
It will be released in the next few days.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
let you
we're
guys
not going to
know.
give it away.
In the next few days.
But we have a special guest on the show, and we highly suggest that you guys watch that episode as well. And come back to the WR podcast because
And we're almost there at 3,000 subscribers.
almost there.
We're almost there.
We just need a little help from a lot of people.
There it is, right there.
Look how close we are. We can taste it.
We need about 75 people. That's it.
Just 75 more subscribers, and we'll be able to do that giveaway.
75
Just go out
more.
there, grab 75 more people out there and tell them, hey, you should really watch these guys.
Check it out. Hit that damn subscribe button. You may win a Nintendo GameCube with WrestleMania 18. Day of Reckoning 2 with the memory cards, the hookups, the controller. You may win a Nintendo 64 controller, memory card, hookups, WCW versus NWO World Tour, WCW versus NWO Revenge, and WWF WrestleMania 2000. And you may win a PlayStation 2, fat one. Because there's two different kinds. There's the fat one, and then there's the small one. But this is the fat version. PS2 with controller, memory card, hookups. You get WWE SmackDown. Shut your mouth.
The SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. You get WWE SmackDown versus Raw, and you get WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
So, and if you guys want, we will leave a link in the description box below to how to enter that giveaway. We already explained it. Go to that video, guys. Go to that 3,000 subscriber giveaway video and leave a comment. And if you want the N64, type in N64 in your comment. If you want the PS2, in your comment, say PS2. If you want the GameCube, you type in GameCube in your comment, and you are automatically entered into that giveaway. Pops, you got something to say?
I just got 3 things to say, then I'm done.
Okay.
It's free.
Free!
It works.
Yes.
And can I enter?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right then.
First of all, you got like 2 PS2s, and you already got an N64. You don't want a GameCube.
Yeah, but you see, you can't get enough of that. You can't get enough of the systems. You can't get enough of the games.
If you guys want to enter that, make sure you guys enter that, because all we need is 75 people to hit that subscribe button, and we're giving that away, guys. It's that easy. So hit that damn subscribe button, guys. If you guys want to follow us, make sure that also check out our other podcast, the OVW TV podcast, as well as make sure that you guys also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. You can also follow us on Twitter or X at Wrestle Rampage. It is scrolling down at the bottom for you guys. And also follow me and Tommy on Instagram. He's at Tommy Flat. I'm at Joey_Flat1. I just want to make mine a little more difficult.
Yeah.
And you guys could go follow us on Instagram. Actually, that's where you'll see some clips from the podcast or reviews that we do, or just in general funny ass shit that Tommy posts sometimes.
Yeah.
So guys, go check that out and hit that damn subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next
Y'all have a
WR
good day.
podcast.